This video is part of a series based on the book Impact or Invisible: Surviving the Data Age with AI by Angel Reyes, available on Amazon. Welcome to video 26 in our AI.powered research series. Today we're addressing a question that comes up constantly as AI becomes more capable. Can AI be an author? Should AI receive authorship credit for contributions to research papers? The short answer is no. But the reasoning behind that answer is important for every researcher to understand because it clarifies what authorship actually means and what responsibilities come with it. Here's the context. There have been papers submitted with ChatGPT or similar AI listed as a co-author. Some were accepted before editors noticed. When discovered, these papers faced criticism and some were retracted. Major publishers have now explicitly stated that AI cannot be an author. This isn't arbitrary. The prohibition on AI authorship stems from fundamental principles about accountability, consent, and responsibility in scholarly publishing. Understanding these principles helps you navigate the proper role of AI in research, as a tool, not a collaborator. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why AI can't be an author, what the major guidelines say, and how to properly attribute AI contributions to your work. Let's understand what authorship actually means in academic publishing. Authorship isn't just about credit, it's about accountability. When you sign your name to a paper, you're making several commitments. First, you're asserting that the work is original and properly attributed. If plagiarism or fabrication is discovered, authors are held responsible. Second, you're taking responsibility for the accuracy of the content. If errors are found, authors are expected to issue corrections. If misconduct is proven, authors face consequences, including retraction. Third, you're certifying that you understand and approve of the entire manuscript. Authors can be questioned about any part of the paper and are expected to defend it. Fourth, you're agreeing to disclose conflicts of interest and comply with ethical requirements. These agreements have legal and professional implications. These responsibilities require consciousness, judgment, and accountability. An author must be able to understand what they're asserting, make decisions about the research, and face consequences for problems. AI systems cannot do any of this. ChatGPT can't appear before an ethics committee. Claude can't issue a correction or retraction. No AI system can be held professionally or legally accountable for research misconduct. This is why AI cannot be an author, not because of its contributions, but because of the accountability gap. Let's look at what major publishing organizations say about AI authorship. The International Committee of Medical Journal Editors, known as ICMJE, has been the standard setter for authorship guidelines for decades. Their criteria state that authors must make substantial contributions to the work, draft or revise the manuscript critically, approve the final version, and agree to be accountable for all aspects. ICMJE has explicitly stated that AI tools cannot meet these criteria because they cannot be accountable for the work or approve its final version. The Committee on Publication Ethics, known as COPE, which provides ethical guidance to journals, takes a similar position. They emphasize that authors must be able to take public responsibility for content and that AI systems cannot do so. Nature and Science, the two most prestigious multidisciplinary journals, have both prohibited AI authorship while allowing AI assistance when properly disclosed. The American Psychological Association has stated that AI cannot be cited as an author in APA style because citation requires a recoverable source that can be verified, and AI outputs are typically not retrievable in the same way. The consensus across major publishers is clear. AI can assist with research but cannot be an author. Let's break down exactly why AI fails the standard authorship criteria. Criterion 1. Substantial contribution to conception, design, data acquisition, or analysis. AI can contribute here, but so can instruments, software, and statistical packages. Contributing to the work doesn't make something an author. A mass spectrometer makes substantial contributions, but isn't an author. Criterion 2. Drafting the work or revising it critically for intellectual content. This is where AI contributions are most visible. AI can draft text, but critically revising for intellectual content requires judgment, understanding of the field, and the ability to evaluate whether claims are warranted. AI generates text, but doesn't understand or evaluate it the way a human author must. Criterion 3. Final approval of the version to be published. AI cannot approve anything. It generates outputs in response to prompts but has no concept of approval, no understanding of what publication means, and no stake in what happens after. Criterion 4. Agreement to be accountable for all aspects of the work. This is the decisive criterion. Accountability requires consciousness, the ability to face consequences, and professional standing that can be affected. AI has none of these. If a paper is retracted, who is held accountable? The AI? That's meaningless. Authorship requires human judgment and human accountability. AI provides neither. So if AI isn't an author, how should AI contributions be attributed? The appropriate place for AI attribution is in the methods section, acknowledgments, or a dedicated AI disclosure statement, depending on the journal's guidelines. The attribution should include which AI tool was used, what it was used for, what human oversight was applied, a statement that humans reviewed, verified, and take responsibility for all AI.generated content. For example, ChatGPT-4 was used to generate initial drafts of the methods section and to assist with language editing throughout the manuscript. All AI.generated content was reviewed, fact-checked, and revised by the human authors, who take full responsibility for the final manuscript. This approach gives appropriate credit to the AI tool, just as you would credit software, instruments, or other research tools. It maintains transparency about your process, and it preserves human accountability for the work. Some journals now have specific sections for AI disclosure. Others expect it in methods or acknowledgments. Check your target journal's requirements and follow them precisely. Here's the impact of understanding AI authorship norms. When you understand why AI can't be an author, you approach AI use with the right mindset. AI is a tool to enhance your work, not a collaborator to share credit with. This clarity protects your publications. Papers with AI listed as author have been rejected, criticized, and in some cases retracted. Avoiding this mistake saves you from embarrassment and preserves your publication record. Understanding authorship norms helps you advise others. As senior researchers, we guide students and junior colleagues. Being able to clearly explain why AI isn't an author and how to properly attribute AI contributions is part of mentorship in the AI era. This understanding also positions you for future developments. As AI becomes more capable, these questions will intensify. Grounding yourself in the principles now prepares you for debates to come, and proper attribution demonstrates research integrity. It shows that you understand publication ethics and take your responsibilities as an author seriously. Let's summarize the key takeaways from this video. First, authorship requires accountability that AI cannot provide. Authors must be able to take responsibility for the work, face consequences for problems, and be questioned about any aspect. AI systems have no consciousness, no professional standing, and no way to be held accountable. Second, major publishers explicitly prohibit AI authorship. ICMJE, COPE, Nature, Science, and most major journals have clear policies. AI can assist but cannot be an author. Third, AI fails all 4 standard authorship criteria. It can contribute but cannot critically evaluate. It can draft but cannot approve. It can generate but cannot be accountable. These aren't just policies. They reflect what authorship fundamentally means. Fourth, proper attribution goes in methods, acknowledgments, or AI disclosure sections. Credit the tool, describe its use, note human oversight, and affirm human responsibility for the final work. Treat AI as the sophisticated tool it is, not as a would-be colleague. Here's your takeaway to remember. The question isn't whether AI contributed enough to deserve authorship. The question is whether AI can take responsibility for the work. It can't. You can benefit from AI assistance while maintaining complete human authorship. In fact, that's the only ethical approach. Every name on your author list is a person who understands, approves, and takes responsibility for the work. AI tools belong in the methods section with your other instruments and software. In the next video, we'll explore the mirror test, a simple framework for making ethical decisions about AI use in research. If you found this valuable, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Thank you for watching. This video covered just one concept from Impact or Invisible, Surviving the Data Age with AI. The full book includes comprehensive frameworks for AI.Dash-powered research, step-by-step protocols, copy-paste templates, and strategies for researchers at every career stage. Get your copy on Amazon today and transform your research workflow. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos in this series.